Some mega exciting news is coming to this episode of the Links Pod. How about a Links Pod party, a live gig? I'll tell you more about it in a little while from now. Hello.
Links Pod. Tales and entertainment for the people of Lincolnshire with John Marshall.
I'm John Marshall. Welcome to episode 10 of the Links Pod. We made it here, the end of the road for season 1. When I stopped being on the radio full-time in October of last year, I could see very clearly that many people were missing the fun stuff, the type of broadcasting we used to do in the heyday of Links FM. That's where this Links Pod idea came from, and I'm so pleased I went for it. I'm not done yet either. Season 2 is coming on the 24th of March and some very exciting guests are lined up. Names you'll know from the old Links FM days and many more. I won't give everything away just yet, but it's going to be fabulous. In last week's episode, I was cruelly rejected when I tried to join the Illegal Eagles. Well, I can take rejection. My ex-girlfriends have hardened me to rejection. So I'm not done yet. 2 more auditions in this episode. Is my big moment coming? It may well be. Find out in a little while. First, though, I thought this episode was a great episode to look back at some of the previous ones. Here's some highlights from season 1 of the Links Pod. I went online and found a very reasonably priced masseur who does home visits. I've been told to just lay on the bed and wait. So I'm waiting. What are you doing to me now? What's this? What are you doing? No, I did not.
John, you got 7. You beat Jason by 1.
I got 7.
Okay.
I couldn't tell if I was hitting them or not. Okay, goodbye. This is Jason Lingard, everybody. A loser. This is the beautiful Hubbard's Hills at Louth, which is right in the centre of the town. And my daughter will happily tell you that I once famously fell in the stream here when I was trying to get across the stepping stones. Being a former radio presenter across Lincolnshire who's met Beyonce and Coldplay and Pink, you probably expect that I drive a very fancy vehicle. And of course, that's true. I do. It's top of the range. However, it was at the garage on the day I visited Little Cawthorpe. So here I am in a much lesser car than my own. This is a Vauxhall Astra, and just to be absolutely clear, it's not mine. He's gone. Right, here we go. We've got the mission statement, Lancaster Steel Thumper. Oh, I get it. I think I get it. Yes, I've opened it. I'm a Lancaster pilot now, and I think I'm about to escape. Let's see. This one? Is this
the white one?
The white one there.
So when I say go, so go.
Okay. No, I was late straight away. Is there a speed this report, or is it all the same?
Bring it straight down.
It's all the same. Okay, straight down. Watch me go. This is how you do it. And if anybody would like to employ me as a barman, now start tilting now.
Yeah, give it a little bit more time. Wanted to just get it so that it's
about
at the
there.
Spout. Now tilt it down.
I'm tilting.
Are you tilting?
I'm tilting, Teelan. I think I've done all right.
That's good.
I'll take the job.
Yeah, it's better than you popping Maltesers out your belly button, which apparently you've told me that you like to do. But
everyone needs a hobby, Jess.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure you're very good at it as well, John, by now. I'm
Yeah.
sure you've had plenty of practice with those family-sized bags. Wait, John. Take your blindfold off, mate.
What?
Just look at your fly. How long's that been like that for?
Ages.
Who have you been flashing?
It's been like that for ages. We'll have to check the footage. There's a thing that says that if you're caught on camera, it adds some weight onto you. But me and Martin want to assure you we're actually target weight, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
So
That's slightly under, I think.
we're actually under.
Yeah.
And that camera is our.
It's a liar.
It's our enemy.
It's a liar.
This is my big moment. Look. Yeah, that was a little bit frightened there, but I think I'm getting into the rhythm of it. Oh, Obama's pretty peckish, actually. There's a tarantula on my head. There is currently a tarantula on my head. Oh, I see the technique he's done. He scoops while he's placing. Oh, look. Wait. He's coming back. High on low, it's all the same. Oh, poor old doula. Easy money. Where's doula? Faceless women. He's gone. with his women. Tell me more about Doolin. Thanks.
From the Humber to the Wash. Links Pod with John Marshall.
This is the podcast for Lincolnshire, and I'm its host, John Marshall. This is the Links Pod. Now, setting up Links Pod has involved, as hopefully you can tell, me going out and buying an awful lot of expensive, fancy equipment. Equipment that I had to buy just after losing my job at a very uncertain time in my future. It seemed like a ridiculous choice to be going out and spending, but spending is what I did. And it does seem to be working out pretty well for me, although I'm far from breaking even at the moment. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank all the amazing sponsors who've got on the journey so far. Links Wi-Fi Solutions. Honestly, within an hour, maybe half an hour of me announcing I was going to do the Links Pod, Jason, who's the owner of Links Wi-Fi Solutions, was on to me. He'd already paid and sponsored episode 1. I'll never forget that, and thank you very much, matey. The Illegal Eagles are an amazing act that started many years ago and was started by my mate Phil Aldridge. Him and his wife Jane have been amazing supporters and actually sponsored 2 episodes so far of the Links Pod. Simon Carruthers, who's a great bloke, runs a thing called The Box Catering Company, who do great food and lots of events are catered for by them. Thank you so much for doing the sponsorship, Simon. Top man. I can still taste those pigs in blankets right now. Let's talk about Stuart Miller. He's the owner of Tension Twisted Realities in Lincoln. Stuart was a great supporter when I was on the radio, and that support has continued with Links Pod. Stuart is actually my greatest backer. He's sponsored 4 episodes so far, 1 in Series 1 and 3 in Series 2. Plus, later in this episode, you'll find out more about something Stuart and I have been cooking up. So thanks so much, Stuart, at Tension Twisted Realities. The Mall in Woodhall Spa. Trev Glenn is the landlord there and also lead singer with Lincolnshire's finest fen folk band, The Roughs. Trev's a top bloke and kindly sponsored my very popular Woodhall Spa episode, and we're making plans for the future too. Cheers, Trev. Then came the man who likes to hurt me once a week, Jason Lingard, who owns Kinetic Performance Gym in Lincoln. A true gent. He's done loads to help me out over the years and had no need to sponsor me at all, really, but he insisted, because that's the kind of guy he is. He's a good mate to me. Thank you, Jason. Just go a bit easier on me in the gym, if you don't mind. Thank you to Gareth Williams, who runs SAS Body Repairs in Lincoln. I know Gareth because he's a regular at my Ivy quiz in Rugby. I do that every Sunday night, and to be honest, I had my doubts that body repairs would make for an interesting podcast, but we made it a lot of fun, I think, and it was definitely one of my favourite episodes. Thanks so much to Gareth. Daisy Made Farm in Lincoln, thank you. I've recorded plenty of bits on the radio over the years with the gang at Daisy Made, and when I was filming the half-term special, I knew I had to include them. Dave Scarborough very kindly offered to sponsor that episode, and it really was a belter. Go and try their ice cream, will you? You will not be disappointed. If you've got a business you'd like to shout about on the Links Pod, then get in touch. Let's talk opportunities. I'm John at linkspod.co.uk. Okay, that's the thanks done. Let's get back to my dream, plus a special party regarding the Links Pod that I've got to tell you about. Can't wait to tell you about. My dream, though, is to become, as I've mentioned, a pop star. The Illegal Eagles said no to me last week, so I headed to the Boston Gliderdome to meet Stolen Fridays.
Links Pod.
Here we are. We're at the... don't put me off like that. We're having a lovely time at the Boston Gliderdome in the coldest venue England has to offer, but also with a lot of history. Anyway, these are the Stolen Fridays. Yay! There they are, yes. Right, who's speaking? Everyone's happy to talk. Bobby wants to be the lead spokesperson, I understand, just before the buffet opens. Tell us the history of the Stolen Fridays, please. Go on, Mark.
Right, I think we're 15 years strong now.
Oh, wow.
Stolen Fridays, yeah. We've had a few lineup changes on the drums and bass, haven't we? But myself, Colin and Pete are the original from 15 years, but the rest of them have been here for so many years. Bobby's been here for like
7.
forever. 7 years for Bobby.
Tweaky's 10.
Yeah, Tweaky the drummer, he's not here at the moment actually, but he's been here for 10.
Saving the world.
He's gone out saving the world.
Yeah.
Can you explain that, please?
No, I'd have to kill you.
Right, okay.
He works in a top secret area in his garden. That's all we can say.
That's all we can say.
Okay, if that's all you can say. That's all you can say.
Dick and Dom have the bungalow. He's got something better than that. Oh yeah.
Has he? Yeah. Okay. Do remember to leave a comment if you think you might know what the drummer's up to. What are you doing at the Boston Glidodrome? What's this gig?
Well, this one is, we was here actually last year for the Christmas party.
Yes.
For the Glidodrome, which is absolutely fantastic. We love playing here at the Glidodrome, even though it is chilly cold, like you say. The heating will go on, we've been assured by Andrew Malkinson. Thank you. Yes, we're here for a charity event run by a guy called Pete Sharman, which is he's quite a well-known guy around this area, I think, isn't he?
You do a lot of charity gigs through the year, or what?
Not so many, no. We sort of try to choose a certain couple of charities and then try and stick by them, because before you know it, you're doing just charity after one. So you've got to try and hone your charity on a certain couple that you find that sort of mean something to you, possibly. Yeah. So we've done this one for a couple of 3 years now.
Yeah, 3 years, yeah, this is third year.
And it's always been really, really well attended. Everybody sort of gets the wallets out and has a good night. And
good. Unfortunately, I've got to clear off. I can't even stay for the big gig, which I was hoping to. So where else can I catch you through the rest of the year? What are the big ones that are coming up?
Coming up on the 4th of April, we're actually at Stack in Lincoln. So
I like it in there.
People can come and catch us there. Yeah,
yeah.
It was a very, very popular night last time we played there. It was very busy, so hoping it'll be similar then.
Stack in Lincoln, everybody, 4th of April, right? Yeah, and then
free food.
Free food?
Double portions for
Somebody's perked up.
How many go?
Yeah.
There's a mention of
free drink.
And a mention of drink.
Save me some of that. Save me some of that.
You're driving.
Yeah, I know, but just one won't hurt, Colin. And then later in the year, he's checking his phone.
Yeah, I've got to double check. And
well, we've got the best one that one of the best ones that we do, which is at Cadwell Park, the British Superbikes.
Oh, you're back there.
Yeah, that's another 12 year on the trot or something
13,
ridiculous.
yeah.
And that is another absolute bonkers gig.
Sure.
Everybody rattling on the barriers and stuff. Brilliant.
For people who haven't seen the Stolen Fridays, what Colin, speak up. What are they going to see at the show?
Anything that you can imagine.
Right.
You get songs that you'll recognise within about 5 seconds. The dance floor is packed. If you don't recognise it in 5 seconds, we won't play it.
Well, it's that.
They're the dance floor fillers, nothing else.
They're the rules. That's the
set thing that we put
fully
together.
live as well.
Fully live, and what you mean by that is sometimes you see an act and they might not be.
Correct, yeah. Sometimes some acts have a little bit of backing running behind them, which is great, and it just gives them a bit of a fuller sound, but we tend to like to do it fully live so we can, for example, we can interact with the crowd. So if we want to go around again on a chorus or something, because I've put the mic in front of the audience or something, these guys know that can happen.
Normally he's forgotten the words.
Possibly. That's what you do. That's a little tip. You put the mic out and then they just...
And we keep going.
So then we can roll it again. But if you was confined to a backing track, then you couldn't do that. So we are fully live. So what you hear is what you get. And if we play something wrong, then you hear it. If I sing something or squeak, you'll hear it. But
that's never happened in my experience. You got any bad ones? No, we won't. We won't go there. You're a very good front man. You enjoy it, don't you? Every time you go out there?
I do. Lots of people who've seen me latterly have said we didn't realise you could do what you do, Mark, because I used to be the most shyest, quietest person ever at school. Yeah, unbelievable. You would not believe it. And everybody would be going, you remember him at school? And that, I was completely quiet and shy. And something just clicked, and I just thought, well, life is too short, and I can sort of be not somebody else on stage, but I can just have a laugh and just be that entertainer.
Because Monday to Friday, your hair's not like that, is it?
It's not. No, you see me. My hair's all flat, and I do wear glasses and stuff, and it's a disguise so nobody recognises me, John. That's why.
It's like Clark Kent.
Yeah, it's like Where's Wally? I was going to say Clark Kent, but he went for Where's Wally.
Yeah, I'm a mechanic by day and a singer by night.
And then the Stolen Fridays played the big quiz. It's the big quiz with the Stolen Fridays.
It's not the.
No.
First question wrong.
Well, first one wrong?
Yeah, it's Stolen Fridays. There's no the.
I did a the. I've got a right old telling off here. What do you think? Right, I'm going to go down the queue tonight and say, what do you think they're called? And see how many people don't say the. We'll have that. Right, okay. Are you ready for a quiz, boys? Many years ago, Colin, me and Colin used to be in the same quiz team.
We did.
We did. So
Castle
that's
Eden crew, mate.
the Castle Eden crew at the Harrows in North Wycombe.
It's probably good then.
They were. They were the days. All right, here's 10 questions. On your marks, get set, start the clock. Number 1. Who was the 3rd president of America, the chief author of the Declaration of Independence?
Abe Lincoln.
Number 2. What does VE stand for in VE Day?
Victory in Europe.
Number 3. Who first flew across the English Channel in 1909? You work with aeroplanes, Colin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it weren't them, no.
Pass.
It's not
Okay.
Earhart, no.
Okay, pass. Number 4. What are angels on horseback?
Food.
Can you be more
Is it
specific?
prunes wrapped in bacon?
Prunes wrapped in bacon. Number 5. Who had a number 1 in 1995 called You Are Not Alone?
Come on,
Michael
DJ
Jackson.
P.
Christ.
Michael Jackson.
Oh. Number 6. Who featured alongside Will I Am on a 2013 number 1 called Scream and Shout?
DJ P.
I wanna scream and shout. Come on, DJ.
Pass if you can't do it.
Yeah,
I ain't
pass.
got
Pass.
two.
Number 7. Who was the only jockey to have won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year?
Frankie Dettori.
Number 8. How many people make up a crew in the university boat race?
Is it 9?
Go with that.
Go with that 9, please.
Going with 9. Number 9. Who played John McClane in the Die Hard series?
Bruce Willis.
Number 10. What is the name of the chambermaid in Fawlty Towers?
Holly.
Polly, stop the clock. Stop the clock. I think it went all right, lads, but I think there was a few there you thought you got, but you're going to be unhappy about.
No, I think it's Princess Anne was the jockey.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's also wrong. Number 1. Who was the 3rd president of the US Declaration of Independence? Jefferson. That
Thomas
was.
Jefferson.
VE were off and running with Victory in Europe. We got 1. First flew over the English Channel. Now I've got to try and pronounce it. Louis
Berlioz. Yeah.
Oh, he saved me. He saved me. Yeah, I didn't have to say it myself. Sounds French to me.
Hilarious.
Number 4, angels on horseback. That's oysters and bacon. Oh. Yeah, so
You should have known that, Bob.
we're
Posh bloke.
yeah, with it being food related. You Are Not Alone was Michael Jackson. Moves you on to 2. Will I Am teamed up with Britney Spears for that track. BBC Sports Personality of the winner. The only jockey, Tony McCoy in 2010. I know, I'd have gone for the same as you. Making up the University Boat Race team is 9. 8 plus the Colts. Yeah, you got that. John McClane in Die Hard is Bruce Willis for 4. And Fawlty Towers is Polly, 5 points. I'm not telling you if you won or not. You'll have to watch the episode. 5 points for the Stolen Friday. But what I really wanted to do was join the band, so I tried to join the band. Mark, this is it. This is the big moment. Look, I've got the guitar. As I told you, it's like a third arm to me.
It is, mate. It's
Yeah.
natural, isn't it?
I've
It's
got
natural.
what I need to show you what I've got. What we're going to do? What tune are we going to?
Well, it's got to be an Erasure tune, isn't it?
I like Erasure.
You're right with them?
Yeah?
Yeah. You know a few of them tunes.
You couldn't put an Erasure song on I wouldn't know all the way through, I don't think. Are we going to
Well,
do what? Stop?
Stop, yeah.
Stop. I'm ready, boys. Are you ready, boys?
Let's
You
hit it.
ready? Boston. Over here, yeah.
We'll be together again. I've been waiting for a long time. We're gonna be together again.
Colin's new job. Hang on. It's not working.
Let's try again.
We'll be together again. I've been waiting for a long time.
Have it.
We're gonna be together again. Oh no.
Somebody's not quite right.
It's not working.
Oh, thanks. Is it me?
It might be you, mate. It might be. Do you want to try
I'll tell you what I can do.
something else in the band, maybe?
I'll tell you what I can sing.
Yeah?
I'm quite the singer.
Well,
Right.
I've had a bit of a tickle just of late.
I'm giving this back to Colin. You take over on Broom.
Okay, and then you do the old
And
thing.
yeah.
All right, mate.
Now, I think I found my calling now. This is me. Okay. Is everybody ready? Same one, yeah? Yeah, no, same one, please. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Boston, are you with me? We'll be together again. I've been waiting for a long time. We're gonna be together again. I've been connected to the right line. We'll be together and nobody forever separate us. Or say to us you've got to. Stop, 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 stop.
I think we ought to stop there, mate.
Enough.
Yeah. It's not really
Am
working, is it?
Am I in?
Yes,
I'm in.
definitely, definitely.
Am I?
There's your instrument.
Oh, brilliant.
You are spot on for that.
It's all I ever dreamed of. Thanks.
You're going to clean up.
Bye, John. Bye. Thank you.
Oh,
We'll
clean.
call
Thanks.
you. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Okay, thanks, boys.
From Grimsby to Sleaford, Scunthorpe to Mablethorpe, this is Linkspod.
So, a broom and another rejection. But I'm not done yet. Let's meet another world-renowned tribute act. Well, here we are. It's chatter time.
It is.
This is Dan Hadfield. But as you may already, if you're watching us rather than just listening, have noticed he looks a bit like Gary Barlow.
Only a little bit.
Only a touch.
On this side.
Before we go into that, we need to do a little plug for where we are. Tension Twisted Realities have let us use their space.
Good
Thank
coffee.
you. Thank you, Stuart. Yeah, we've discovered already Dan is a coffee addict. This is his second cup in 5 minutes. The escape rooms and virtual reality. Okay, that's the plug for Stuart. Done. So this
Great as well, isn't it? Really nice.
It's a lovely
Yeah,
room,
absolutely.
lovely venue. There you are.
Yeah.
You'll be very pleased with that
Yeah.
endorsement. A lot of people watching and listening to us now already will know that you are the Gary Barlow tribute to see. How did you get started with that? Was it when you looked in the mirror and thought, I wonder, I can sing and I think I might look like Gary Barlow?
Oh, I wish it was that simple. I wish it was
Tell
that
us the
simple.
story, Dan.
Well, going back to maybe 1991, 92.
Wow.
I know it was the first time somebody had sort of pointed out the fact that I looked like that. Badly hairstyled pop star who was porcelain white. And I had to agree with them at the time as well. And then 2011, Gary suddenly appeared from nowhere on the X Factor. And it coincided with the fact that I'd grown a beard for the first time.
Oh, and
Yeah,
he had?
He had, yeah. And there was just dozens of people suddenly started to say, yeah, and I was ignoring it. I was, from a singing point of view, I wasn't doing it for a living. I was just singing in some bands in local pubs. And,
Right.
And I was persuaded to send a photograph into an agency.
Who did the persuading?
Well, I think it was a number of people
Right.
saying, oh, you ought to do something with it. And I ignored it and then secretly did it.
You went for it.
And about a week after I'd sent that in, I had a phone call one Wednesday afternoon when I was at work at the university, and it was ITV.
Right.
And they said, do you fancy coming on the X Factor on Sunday night to do a sketch with Gary as a lookalike? And I knew that it wasn't a wind-up because nobody else knew I'd send this photograph in. So I foolishly agreed, and I went for it and ended up on TV with him straight away.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So right from the beginning,
Yep.
you and Gary Barlow are hanging out.
Hanging out,
Okay.
absolutely. I wore his tie that night. I don't think I gave it back to him either.
That's brilliant. And from that moment on, did you formed the act? Or did that take a while?
Not quite, yeah.
Right.
I did a little bit of lookalike work, which I've always been really about the lookalike work aspect, because I don't particularly think I look like him at all. I think there's odd angles and odd aspects that I think you kind of on stage you might go, oh blimey, there is a resemblance there, but it's a really subjective thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
An agent eventually got in touch and said, oh, we gather you sing. If you can sing pop music, there might be something here we can work with. And a few months later, I ended up in a Take That tribute band tour in the UK while still working at the university.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then eventually, that went well, and I was able to give up my sensible career at the uni and pretend to be a pop star.
Talk about that for a little bit, because that is a big shift in people's lives. We're used to 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I've recently gone through a similar
Yeah,
change
that's
where
right.
you're free, available in the daytime. Did it play with your mind? I mean, do you feel 9 o'clock in the morning comes around, when you started doing that, that I should be somewhere doing some work? Or did you adapt to it pretty quick?
I adapted to it pretty quickly, and I'd never want to go back to that life. It made me work really hard being self-employed
Yeah.
as a singer. what I needed to do really quickly was grow a thick skin.
From rejections?
From comments from people who go, what's he, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Who does he think he is? And that's just not me at all. Yeah. I'm not like that as a person. I don't think of myself as anything. I just had an opportunity to go and sing, and it just happened to be through a certain channel. I never thought I'd be a tribute artist. I never even considered it, but it was an opportunity to actually go and perform and earn a living from performing. And you know, I read some pretty nasty things. You know, I witnessed some nasty things, but as I grew in confidence, my skin thickened, my performances got better because I really worked on that, and you transcend that.
Mate, I had a similar thing in the radio days. You know, people comment and they've got comments. I had a boss once who said to me, as long as the amount of people who like you goes up, as it does, so does the amount of people who don't.
That's right.
And as long as that's ahead of that,
that's right.
Everything's okay.
Absolutely.
Dan.
And also I've never, well, maybe not never, but I've tried more and more over the years to not go on stage as Gary Barlow.
Right.
Because I find that I'm just not comfortable with that. So I'll go on, I do my thing, I'm myself.
Yeah.
There's some similarities there, which I think is enough to tick the boxes of being a tribute. And I just perform the songs as well as I can. And it's got me along the road.
Yeah.
And you know, I think that's probably my own USP, really. I think, you know. So
every now and again, it's not just you. You do team up. Don't you team up with a Robbie sometimes?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And again, he's very like me in the respect he's quite a quiet guy.
Right.
He's not an egotistical guy, and you think that a Robbie Williams tribute will be egotistical, and I've met one or two, and they certainly are. But this guy, Scott Borley, he's not. He's fantastic, and we have a really nice rapport. We have fun on stage. You know, he's a trousers down performer, whereas I'm a buttoned up performer. You know? So yeah, but we get on really well. And the shows that we've been doing over the last couple of years, we only do about 12 a year.
Yeah.
We might do about 100 shows each a year, but maybe 12 of those are together. And they give us a nice break from the loneliness of solitary performance.
Of course.
Yeah, and we love that. We did one on Saturday recently, and yeah, we always walk away feeling like we've done something good.
When you're out and about, are you the roadie as well, or does somebody come along with you?
Sometimes,
right.
Yeah. Sometimes I used to have a roadie, and now I'm pretty much self-contained.
Yeah.
And you know, again, I get used to the. But Gary Barlow doesn't have a road, you know, and I'm like, well, he did. He used to.
Yeah.
You know, he used to carry his own stuff.
At
And
one point.
yeah, and also, you know, it keeps me honest.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps me fair. You know, I'm 1 minute I'm enjoying singing Rule the World, and you know, seeing the audience enjoy that performance. And the next minute I'm sweating and knocking all my PA down and in the van in a 4-hour journey back home. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to do it.
Yeah.
So.
And you're balancing all this with the family as well.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Got a lovely, lovely family of girls. My wife Jade, who's absolutely so supportive. I couldn't ask for a better person to be next to me. And our 2 young girls who are both under 3. And the eldest of which, Mabel, is keen to pick the microphone up and 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Oh, really?
She enjoys that. Yeah.
Now, speaking of which,
Yeah.
the show you do is fantastic, Dan. Nobody's
Thank you.
taking anything away from that. I think there could be a little tweak.
A tweak?
I've got a tweak.
Oh, okay. Why? What?
Well, I think you could do with a Jason Orange.
Do you?
Somebody who can maybe sing a bit of BVs, that's a technical term, but dance.
Right. Do you know somebody or?
I'm your man.
You're.
I'll tell you a story.
Right, okay.
Before you,
Please. Yeah.
I'd like to do a little audition for you in a second.
Have another.
In 1987, I went on a host season's holiday, and I was the breakdance champion. Yes, our family were awarded a free other week's holiday.
Really?
Because of my windmill.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's
to be
been
honest,
a while. I haven't done one since 1987.
I've read about your windmill in the papers, and I
Yes.
think I'm glad we don't talk
I
about that.
won't be windmilling in
Okay.
the audition.
No, fair
but
enough.
if you don't mind, I could throw a few shapes in a moment
okay.
and see what you think. No commitment.
No, I mean,
see what you think.
I mean, I'm happy to.
I am keen to become some sort of musical act.
Well, I'm keen for you to become some sort of musical actor. I just don't know.
Sounds keen.
Well, we'll have a look at what you've got.
Thanks,
and,
thanks, Dan.
Yeah, okay. Well, some
All
get
right,
set up.
Let's get set
what
up.
we can do.
Dan,
Okay.
thanks for the chat. Let's get you another coffee.
My pleasure.
Coffee
Thanks.
for Dan.
Thanks.
And Dan was well up for playing round 2 of the big quiz. Dan's back. Dan Hadfield, Gary Barlow, tribute act, premiere number
time,
1
big time.
in the UK. There are no better ones. 10 questions.
10?
Coming your way. And by the way, on arrival here at Tension Twisted Realities, escape rooms and virtual reality with a bar and a nice owner called Stuart, Dan happened to say that he's dynamite at quizzes. You've applied for some TV quiz shows.
Yeah, big time.
What have you tried to get on?
Chase a few times. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I actually had an audition for that and won the audition, but they never asked me on it.
Really?
They must have known I'd have wiped up.
That'll be what it was. That'll be what it was. Start the clock. Dan Hadfield, Gary Barlow, number 1. Which American president was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth while watching a play?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, number 2. What does VHF stand for on the radio? VHF.
Very high frequency.
Number 3. What were the first names of aviation pioneers from America, the Wright brothers?
Joseph and David.
Number 4. What is a leg of mutton if it's not a cut of meat?
I don't know.
Oh. 5. Which group had a number 1 with Belfast Child?
It is U2.
Number 6. will.i.am, Taboo, Fergie, made up which chart-topping
Black
group?
Eyed Peas.
Number 7. Who is the only English boxer to have received a knighthood?
Henry Cooper.
Number 8. Which classic horse race is run over the longest distance? Not your thing, I can tell from your face.
The Cheltenham Gold Cup.
Number 9. Who played Ellen Ripley in the Alien series of films?
Sigourney Weaver.
And number 10. What is the name of the actor who plays Manuel in Fawlty Towers?
Andrew Sachs.
Stop the clock. I think that went pretty well. Let's see. The American president assassinated watching a play, Abraham Lincoln. Good start. 1. Oh, you're counting. That saves me a job. VHF. I think you almost guessed at very high frequency, and it's the right answer. Number 3. Now, you won't be needing your finger here, as the actress said to the bishop. Orville and Wilbur were the Wright brothers. Orville and Wilbur.
What did I say? I said Joseph.
Joseph and Dave or something. Yeah.
Joseph and Dave.
Number 4. A leg of mutton, if it's not a cut of meat, is a kind of sleeve, apparently. A sleeve.
Nope.
No, I wouldn't have.
Nope.
5. Now, I see where you went. Belfast Child is Simple Minds.
It is. I was in 2 minds.
When the Belfast Child.
It's in 2 minds.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down to
2 Simple Minds.
Yes.
Yeah. 6. will.i.am, Taboo and Fergie. They are the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
The only English box to get a knighthood, Henry Cooper.
That's right there.
You stopped counting. What's
It's 5.
it? Oh, it's 5. He's counting in his head.
Yeah.
Classic. It's so clever. It's classic horse race on longest distance is the St Ledger.
Yeah, didn't know that. Not possible.
And then we finished strong. Ellen Ripley is Sigourney Weaver.
6.
Manuel Andrew Sachs.
7.
7 points for Dan Hadfield.
7. I'm disappointed.
Are you disappointed? That's
I
a good
am.
score. That's
Is
a good
it?
score. Yeah.
Disappointed.
Don't worry.
Oh, that blimmin' leg of mutton killed me.
Messed you right up.
That's right.
Yeah. And then, after lots of negotiating and me doing some pretend crying about a story I'd made up about what a tough time I'd had recently and having a very seriously ill nan who just wanted to see me smile one more time, Dan finally agreed to let me audition to join his act.
This is audition tape number 1 and hopefully the last one. And this is John Marshall auditioning for the role.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
John Marshall auditioning for the role of Jason Orange.
Yeah.
Take it away, John.
Do I stand here? Is that okay?
Just anywhere you like, John.
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Right, so I thought, you'd sort of be there. Imagine yourself there.
I can imagine.
In the spotlight.
Yes.
But then as you're doing, I just want you back. I come on.
Yeah.
I just want you back for good. I want you back. I want you back. I want you back for good. Look, I can do the old, you see that? It's an old breakdancing move. It's called the thing, right? I can do the snake. Is that something you'd like to? Yeah. I can can we get down? And I think you go, I just want you back for good, back for good. I just want you back. And I've got a big finale. Wait, I think this will blow you away. I was going to get a Velcro quick release shirt, but this might take a minute. Is that all right? Just one button at a time. I just want you back for good, back for good, back for good. How long have I got? Back for good. What do you reckon? I didn't do everything. What? Am I in?
You were in something, yeah.
Right.
I don't know whether it would be the band.
Okay. Can you think about it? Think. Right.
Just make a phone call.
Right.
Just, no. Just get them to come. Get them to come and get them off the premises. That was audition tape number 1 at John Marshall. Thanks, John.
From the Humber to the Wash. Links Pod with John Marshall.
I don't think that was a definite no, and also I don't think that was a definite yes. I'll wait and see what happens. And here's that massive news that I've been promising you. Dan Hadfield, aka Gary Barlow, has agreed to perform at the first ever Links Pod party. It's happening on Saturday, the 3rd of May at Tension Twisted Realities in Lincoln. They've got a massive bar and a massive room upstairs from the escape rooms, and it's just perfect for a gig. So Dan Hadfield is going to do his full Gary Barlow and take that show. It's 20 quid a ticket. There are only 80 tickets available. And I know before even announcing it that quite a lot of them have been gotten rid of already. If you'd like to come, grab them quickly, okay? Because this will sell out. TensionTwistedRealities.co.uk is where you can grab your tickets. Grab them now. We are going to have the best party on a Saturday night. Hey, I might even do my Jason Orange dance moves on the night. It will be absolutely fantastic. Check your diary, grab your tickets quick. Saturday, 3rd of May, Tension Twisted Realities in Lincoln. Head to tensiontwistedrealities.co.uk to grab your tickets before they're all gone. And that's a wrap for season 1 of the Links Pod. Thanks to Keza on camera. As always, thank you to you for watching and listening. Please hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And season 2 is going to be even more amazing. It's back on March the 24th. Cheerio!
Links Pod. Never miss an episode. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.